If I could say one thing to the staff at Munson without crying, I would say thank you very much. If you really stop and think of it, it was the most challenging moment of my entire life. I was almost helpless. I couldn't see. I could still think, but I had almost no voice. My hand was flopping, my leg was flopping, my face was dropping, and I'm a professional speaker. And I was calm and I was at peace. And a huge part of that is to this wonderful staff, the neurologist, Dr. Christy Bruning, many other people, and they were trying to decide when this stroke really happened. Did it happen the day before when I started to feel so ill, or did it happen on the way from Chicago to Traverse City so that they could determine whether or not to give me that fabulous shot that will eliminate many of the symptoms in recovery. And they decided they did not dare to give me that shot because probably the stroke had started the day before. My stroke actually is a very rare stroke. Only 1% of strokes evidently are Wallenberg syndrome strokes, which are not lifestyle strokes from cholesterol or high blood pressure, but my left vertebral artery dissected. This is something you do not want to happen. I had physical therapy every day. I had voice therapy every day. I still have a partially paralyzed vocal cord. And I had occupational therapy every day. Jeff was my occupational therapist and he was fabulous. The first time he told me we were going to make a package cake, I thought, oh no, we're not going to make a package cake in this kitchen when I'm on a walker strapped with a strap. But we did. Each person was absolutely exceptional. And I realized that the mission statement and the vision statement of this group of people had gone to every level of care, and that each person was treating me like I was someone very, very special. The patient doesn't really understand what the caliber of medical care is, but they understand caring. And the caring was absolutely over the top, even to the flower lady who would bring in my flowers and she'd say, oh, look at these beautiful flowers. And she would tell me what each one was and read the card to me because I couldn't read. Every single person was of that caliber. Good people are good to people. And obviously, Munson has hired good people because when I was put into the car and the door was closed, to leave Munson Medical almost a month later, I literally looked up and said, I have not had one negative experience in all of that time at Munson Hospital. It was fabulous. I have to tell you, when I left, I really didn't almost want to leave. I felt safe here. There were even some tears in some eyes when I left, and there were certainly tears in my eyes. How often does that ever happen? I have been in facilities where I could not wait to get out. And this was an experience that was not only personal, but very, very effective in diagnosing what was my problem and treating it and helping me to not only recuperate and rehab, but to re-enter. They wanted me to be able to re-enter my world. They wanted to know what I do on a daily basis. Hold a microphone and walk around the room. So they wanted to get me walking. And that was a personal touch that I really doubt that you'd receive in a huge facility in a large city. I doubt that sincerely. We have friends around the country, as everybody does, and they heard about this and heard that I was in a hospital in where? Traverse City, Michigan, where is that? And of course, Jim was bombarded with, when are you going to move her? Where are you going to move her to? Certainly Mayo or Detroit or Chicago. And Jim said, no, we have everything here. Everything here is personalized, everything here is caring and competent, and we will stay here. One of the things that's offered to us as professional speakers is a very good rate on MedJet, so that wherever you are in the world, if you have a health problem, they will charter a plane and fly you home. So I had that as an absolute option. I had paid for that insurance-wise and still chose to stay at Munson. Every time I come back to Traverse City, I think I'll still go back to Munson and just peek in and peek down those halls and wonder who's being taken very good care of at that very moment. Jim Frick, who's in charge of the rehab area, has called me a couple times and said, Jim Frick here, it's a Naomi Rhode Day around here. People are asking about you, just checking in. And I thought, every time he did that, how many hospitals would care about their patients that much? I think that's very, very rare. And I was really privileged to be part of the Munson family for 1 month of my life, and I will never forget it.